Hi guys, this is Mrs. Carballo, and this part of the integer review will focus on subtracting integers. Up until now, you have only subtracted positive numbers from each other, and the first number was always bigger than the second number. But what happens when you subtract negative numbers? Alright, let's remember a few things from our first video. This is my son Miles, and he still loves Legos. And whenever we have one bad guy Lego and one good guy Lego, they cancel each out and make a zero pair. In math, we call that zero or nothing. But this time, instead of battling or partying, Olivia's gonna take away or subtract from Miles. Okay, so let's look at the math. Miles started with 5 bad guys, or -5. And Olivia took 2 bad guys away. And what was left besides Miles' sad face? Yep, -3, or 3 bad guys. So -5 minus -2 equals -3. That's interesting. If you have negatives and you take away negatives, your value is actually a bigger or more positive number. Let's look at that on a number line. Miles started at -5 and Olivia took 2 negatives away. And Miles ended up at -3, which is a greater value than -5. It's less negatives, which is a greater value. There is another problem that gives us the same solution. Miles still starts with -5 or 5 bad guys, but if we add 2 good guys to his group, and now they are battling, the result of the battle would also be -3. So this brings us to the rule for subtracting integers. We can call this rule many things to help us remember it. Some of you have heard of keep, change, flip, or copy, change, flip, or add the opposite. Either way, we will change the subtraction to addition and change the sign of the second number. Let's look at an example. -7 minus -5 would equal -2, which is the same result as -7 plus +5. If I add 5 positives, then I will have 5 zero pairs with -2 left over. Same result. You might be asking, then why do we have to change it to addition if we get the same result as subtraction, Mrs. Carballo? Let me show you an example where the subtraction problem has much more work involved. If you had -5 or 5 bad guys and wanted to take away -7 or 7 bad guys, what would you do? You don't have enough bad guy Legos to take away. In our picture of negatives, we would have to add 2 zero pairs to get to be able to take away 7 negatives. And now we are left with 2 positives. This is one reason we will always change the subtraction problems to adding the opposite sign of the second number. -5 plus +7 is a battle, and the good guys win by 2. Same result. Okay, let's look at this problem and apply the rule. -5 minus +8 turns to -5 plus -8. Is it a battle or is it a party? Yep, it's a bad guy party. -5 minus 8 equals -13, and -5 plus -8 also equals -13. Okay, last example, guys. -8 minus -10. Keep the -8 and add the opposite of -10, which is 10. Is it a battle or a party? That's right, it's a battle. Who wins? Good guys. By how many? 2. So -8 plus +10 equals 2. So this can be difficult to understand. Just keep practicing and I can show you more problems with pictures or actual Legos if you need to see more concrete examples to understand why subtracting is the same as adding the opposite. Okay guys, I hope that helped. Watch my next video on multiplying and dividing integers.